Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This is your host Darwin. Today I'm just gonna bring you the developer insight for combatants, modifiers, and more. So let's read the article. So it start with developing insight, combatants, modifiers, and more. Welcome to one of the many developers insight articles for Content Frontier. Over the weeks and months to come, we will be covering a lot of different topics about change coming to Destiny 2 next year with this deeper dive. Check back with or paving the way for the new frontier article. For more information in our plans and always up to date list, this article has their published. This deep dive is introducing combatants, modifiers, and how they will fit into our larger modifier system change, providing new abilities or properties to the enemy combatants you encounter in the activities. This new tree will create new gameplay, raise the challenge, and overall change up to experience for run to run. TLDR, we are investing more than ever before in our activity modifier system. Activity will be updated with a library of modifiers that can change how you approach combatant every playthrough. Combatant will gain various powers and buff in order to create new gameplay threats and encourage change in player strategy, especially for higher challenge levels. The problem today in Destiny, playing the same PvE activity repeatedly can feel like a chore, particularly when chasing a reward following a narrative, running through the latest exotic mission the second, third, and fourth time just doesn't feel fun enough to justify the time spent. Eventually, you know when each enemy spawn, where to fight them, and how to win without any challenge. This is a company of Destiny 2 we want to greatly improve with Content Frontier, keeping activity fresh and challenging each time you run them. The solution: improve the experience of replaying activity content by adding a variety and unpredictable to each playthrough. A first class modifier system. Destiny 2 has added modifiers to activities since the launch of the first Nightfall. Who else remember trying to wrangle solar shield tanks in 2014? Acorn Priest. With Content Frontier, we're investing more than ever in our modifier system to improve the fun and challenge in activities. We are creating combatants focus modifiers that change the way players approach combatants on every playthrough, Bane's enemy modifiers, and combatant modifiers. Designing modifiers so that they can combine to create a wide variety of experience. Reduce barriers to entry, time to fun by reducing the number of build crafting necessary modifiers and replacing them with a new combatant modifiers. Banes, also known as combatant uh, FX modifiers, an enemy unit with a Bane will present a different challenge to players according to which Bane is affected them. Enemies that spawn with these modifiers appear unpredictable during an activity, so each run will present a different challenge. Here are two of the Banes we will releasing in episode 2 Revenant as we start testing or this new system ahead of Content Frontier. So the first two is going to be Meteors and Chuck. The Meteor Bane give combatant the ability to launch solar projectiles that track but can be shot down. Chucks will constantly build up or charge that will discharge on a single target within line of sight, and killing a unit with this Bane causes to spread the other nervy. So let's see how this look. So you can see that ones are the meteors. They look nice. They look like it's gonna be a mess when you run this in a Grandmaster, and that was the chop wave. See that kill this one and the other ones explode. So they look fun. Here are sneak previews of other in development bands that we are working on. All are still in development and subject to change. So they got the Berserk. Killing combatant with this Berserk cause other combatant nearby to enrage. So let's see how that one look. So you see this one, it's enraged. You got the debuff on the top, or the buff on the top, and when you kill that one, you see all this one. They start coming out like glowing, and they came in groups. So this is gonna be, it's gonna be a mess in a Grandmaster. The other one is called Punchable. Punchable combatant are immune to all range damage and damage from the status effect until they are hit with a melee. God damn. You can even hear that you can shoot and this is immune. So that will be a pain. You can imagine a champion with that shit on. You had to melee him to. The next one's gonna be nuclear. Once a unit with a nickel band reach low health, it begins to arm in sequence. If the unit is not defeated before the sequence complete, it explodes in a massive fiery shockwave. See how that would look. What you can see here on the top. Here, he start charge, and that's it. You're done. Look all the damage you make. In a Grandmaster, we want one shot kill, definitely. Enemy modifiers. While Benz will appear internally on individual units, enemy modifier are used to change base aspect for all enemies in activity. Adjust your strategy to account for an active enemy modifier, or you may end up flat footed when something unexpected happens. For example, under certain enemy modifier, chipping and revenant, some enemies may have copied some tricks about body tripping, their drops from the famous Combatant. Mhm. Combatant modifiers. Modifiers aren't just about changing enemies, they can affect players too. Search modes are a classic modifier type that is being used for years in Destiny retro activities, but we have to come to realize that too many forceful build crafting modifiers can become barrier for players. So we have been working to create the new modifiers that are more accepting of various strategies and builds. More on these modifiers to come and have facts. What about champions? Will they be using Bane's too? Well, that's a good question. Champions still exists in our near future for modifiers, but they won't be hosting any Banes. Oh, you got in there. So everyone will be safe for at least for the champions and the grandmaster, because they won't have none of those things. Can Bane stack on an enemy? In Revenant, only one Bane can be present on an enemy at a time. Are you replacing all the old modifiers with these new ones? No, we are trying to strike a balance of keeping the best of the old modifiers that work well with the new ones. But these new modifiers raise the bar enough that we will mostly likely start to retry the older ones over time. So that sounds interesting. At least for all these Banes, they look good. Uh, at least we know this they not gonna do nothing with the champions, because that's when everything's gonna get messed up on the Grandmaster. But so far, we saved there with the champions. We gotta see it on gameplay to see how hard it's gonna be to play with them. So let's go with the next article. It'll be developers insight, uh, raids and dungeons. So let's start reading. Welcome to one of the many developers inside articles for Content Frontier. Over the weeks and months to come, we will cover in a lot of different topics. Change come to Destiny 2 next year with a deeper dive. Check back to paving the way for the frontiers. Article for more information on plans and always update list of these articles at their published. Now let's talk about the plans for upcoming raids and dungeons content. Each expansion will continue to offer aspirational endgame content, either a new raid or a new dungeon, which addition content coming in subsequent major updates. TLDR, every year will kick off with a brand new raid as part of the first expansion. The following major update will then expand on this raid, adding new challenge, tweaks, and rewards. The second expansion each year will deliver a new dungeon with an expanded reward offering. The fourth and final major update of the year will launch an event leverage legacy raids and dungeon content along the lines of the pantheon. Oh, this sounds good. Endgame inspirational content, raids and dungeons, new raids. Raids are the cornerstone of Destiny. They've been fighting together to tackle overwhelming odds and create legendary moments with the Warfare's raids. So we're still kicking off every year with a new raid, starting with a new raid in codename Apollo. That will stack up against the rich and varied story experience in the space. Raids will continue to offer a complete pool of exclusive weapons, armor, and exotics, and this can be obtained at a higher tier by taking on additional challenge, facing the toll tax, or following up the Salvation Edge. We are exploring some unique tweaks on the raid format. This is one of the areas where we will not be giving away very much information about in the future, as we don't want to risk spoiling the day one experience for the first raid. Raids feats or current iteration of Master Raid and Challenge have followed a similar formula for a few years. Now, so it is time to change the formula. Starting with codename Apollo, new raids will support a raid-specific form of challenge customization, where players can select modifier challenge feats. Feats will expose and enforce rules such as time travel, contest combat, or other modifiers unique to the raid. The more feats active during a run, the better the chance to earn higher tier rewards. We got raid challenge updates. In the first major following codename Apollo, the raid will receive a challenge update, adding new rewards, new mechanics, new feats, and potentially even a new encounter. This update will kick off with the raid race event and be a venue experienced raiders to further challenge their skills. Sorry. In addition to the highest tier of the raid rewards being available for this challenge, day and exclusive reward will be added as well, including new weapons and a catalyst for the raid exotic weapon, new dungeons. Dungeons are an important part of the endgame activity ecosystem. They provide an exceptional raid-like experience that features unique encounters and mechanics that demand less social coordination and scheduling. So, codename Behemoth, the second expansion of the year, will include a brand new dungeon. Also, because the dungeon will be launching as part of the codename Behemoth, Bahamut expansion, there will be no longer be a separate dungeon key. Additionally, the reward offering for new dungeons will be expanded to include full weapons and armor set in part of the in part with raids. So this is good. That you will need a whole key just to play the dungeon. New raid event. Destiny 2 Into the Light introduced a raid boss rush event called the Pantheon that put fireteam capabilities to the test. This event shows us that a community is hungry for new experiences that break out the mold for traditional raids and dungeons. So, in the fourth major update of the year, we are planning for another event that introduces novelty and allow our team to experience with legacy raids and dungeons, offering to create a surprising aspirational challenge. We are very early in the design stage of this event, so more details as we develop them. This is good. Another Pantheon, that's real nice. Raid and dungeons in the core game. Dungeon County will also figure prominently to the new portal as part of the Pinnacle Ops category. For more information on the portal, see the deep dive here. Get the link. Several of the dungeon will be available in launch and play with full challenge customization, while raid county will not initially be part of the portal category. We are exploring ways to incorporate in the future release. Until then, new and legacy raid content will continue to be available in their current location, along with exclusive reward pools. Well, this is all, guys. Uh, so good news. At least we're gonna have new raids and new dungeons, and with the dungeon is good that we don't have we don't need a key, so that will be real nice. And for the combatants, I'm really good that they are overhauling the combatants. So you get a little bit more challenge. So let's see how all that play, uh, like in the future. So if this is all I have for you guys, is you like the content, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more Destiny 2 content, and like always, have a nice day, guys.